This has become my main AI collaborator. I like to have the same tool no matter where I go. I like that it follows me around.
Welcome, Ryan. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. So excited to be on GitHub Checkout.
I am thrilled because you're bringing us a gift. Please tell us, what is Copilot CLI?
Copilot CLI is, I think, kind of the last remaining piece of the puzzle of all the Copilot offerings that we've brought to you folks over the past couple of years. You're working in the terminal all the time already. It's where you live. And it's high time that GitHub Copilot gives you a way to collaborate with Copilot while staying in your terminal where you're doing all of your work. All you got to do is run npm install -g Copilot. So make sure you have Node above version 22 and npm, of course, with that. And you can go ahead and you can install Copilot globally. And once you do that, it's as easy as running Copilot to launch it up. Take a look at this. This is one of my favorite things about the entire project, is that animation.
Beautiful.
I'm actually in my home directory, so maybe let's go into a project. And if I run Copilot, you can, of course, just talk to it like you would in VS Code agent mode or any other agentic AI assistant. So I can say, tell me about the layout of this project. One thing that I think it's great for is kind of onboarding yourself into a new code base. So if I've just cloned the CLI, I want to understand how it works. I can run that and it's going to go right away. It's going to figure out, hey, what kind of project is this? Is it a Node project? Nope, it's not a package.json. And then from the README, it's going to find a bunch of other kind of breadcrumbs that it wants to go and look up. And it's using the find command that's on my computer. Now, of course, before it can run anything on my computer, it's going to ask me for permission. You can give it access to run find all the time, with that yes, always allow. And if I do Control R, we can actually see the output of these commands if we're interested. So just doing / there is your way to get all the commands that you're able to run. It looks like it's come back with information about the structure of the GitHub CLI, and I have all this information now. Now we want to actually get involved with contributing to the CLI.
Yes.
And in order to do that, we have to make sure that our system is set up with all the necessary libraries and binaries and packaging tools that we need to run this. And if I've just downloaded the CLI, I don't know how any of that works. And so I'm going to ask Copilot to make sure that our environment is all set up for building the GitHub CLI. And it's a really great tool for getting all of that ready.
I love that. I mean, that's cutting down already on so much of the reading when onboarding and then copy and pasting if you're, going back and forward between the documentation to try and figure out what you actually need to install.
Another thing that I think is great for the Copilot CLI is, again, checking out what's happening on your computer. In this other tab here, I just have Netcat running on port 8080. Have you ever left something open on a port?
Oh my gosh, it's a nightmare because then how do you find it? You don't even know. And then when you try to do another operation, it will say, no, that port is busy. And then you gotta go try and figure out how to kill it.
What I love about the Copilot CLI is I'm able to just defer these kinds of tasks straight to it. Maybe I'll remember it for next time. I probably won't. I'll probably just kick off the Copilot CLI to do it again. But I can ask it, what process is using port 8080? There you go. That's what it is. And -I. So I always remember ls of, but it's always what flag is it and all of that. And so it did that. And look at that. It's netcat. Here's the process ID. I started it. And if I want to, I can kill the process.
What? Amazing.
There you go. And look at that. My netcat is over. It's even going to run ls of again to check and make sure that it is actually gone. So now it's gone. So now we're good to go. We have a /mcp command that you can use to add any MCP server that you want, whether it's local or remote. And we actually ship with the GitHub MCP server already installed and running and good to go. You'll see that it's now searching issues. So it's going through and it's using the GitHub MCP server. And so it has not only gone and searched for issues and returned them, but it's also kind of sorted them based on what's easy, medium difficulty for me, which is great. We follow copilotinstructions.md or even agents.md, so you can make sure that all of your best practices are laid out and the agent will be doing all of that. Why don't we actually have it go ahead and implement an issue? So I'm actually going to go into, this is a Java project of mine. Why don't we have it actually go ahead and start implementing issue number 9 here? Let's implement issue number 9. It's running in my terminal, and it's in this place where I already work. So I don't have to worry about opening issues and assigning Copilot. I can just have a conversation, just like I was in VS Code agent mode, right? But this is something that is agnostic of any editors on my computer.
Right there from your terminal. Awesome.
Right here from my terminal, yeah. And so it's come back here and it has found the file that it needs to edit to add the feature that we wanted. And so it'll show me the diff here, and then I can say yes to edit that file, or yes, always allow, or I could have said, no, that's not quite right, and let's do it differently. And so now it's looking through and using Git to check, what things are already it's changed, and now it wants to write tests as well, which is great.
What other plans do you have for the CLI?
We want to know what's important to all of you. So please give us your feedback. And, we're talking about adding a lot of features that are upcoming for Copilot Coding Agent as well. Because we're kind of built on the back of them, we're hoping to share a lot of the advancements that are coming. This has become my main AI collaborator. I like to have the same tool no matter where I go. I like that it follows me around.
Ryan, thank you so much for bringing us the Copilot CLI today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast.
And that was your first look at GitHub Copilot CLI, AI that meets you where you already are. Please install it, share it with your colleagues, and please use that /feedback command so you can let the team know how it's working out for you. Thank you for watching GitHub Checkout. Push those changes to main, and we'll catch you in the next release.